Hello everyone, welcome back to more Euro 2012 analysis. And they're over, it's finished, the final has come and gone. And it was Spain versus Italy. I know I didn't cover the semi-finals, but that's okay, we'll just talk about the finals first. And to be honest, I was a bit disappointed, especially after Italy managed to draw with Spain in the group stages. I hoped and expected they would put up, be able to do really well. Now I think for the first 60 minutes they were still good. I think they still managed to create a lot of chances against Spain, and they probably had as much opportunity going forward as any other team in the competition has had against Spain. I mean, when Spain faced Portugal in the semi-final, Portugal didn't really have that many chances, although Ronaldo had one or two opportunities that he should have taken. But in the final, I mean, Italy had some chances, but not really definitive chances. So unfortunately, they weren't really anywhere close to scoring. Well, a couple of shots on target, but really other than that, none were really. Oh well, there were a couple that were really good, and Casillas managed to block some that was really good, but they couldn't penetrate. And unfortunately, Spain's speed was too much for Italy to handle. I'm a bit surprised that some teams still can't cope with the speed of the Spanish attack. They seem to be zonal marking more than man marking the Spanish team sometimes, especially for the second goal with the Jordi Alba running into the box and scoring. Too bad Buffon couldn't pull off a save there, and in that sense Casillas did a better job because he kept Spain ahead. And the game was practically over after 60 minutes when Thiago Motta went off, so that was a bit of a shame. And I wasn't really bothered about the rest of the game. I mean, Spain won 4-0 in the end, and it was definitely deserved, but it was a bit of a shame because even at 2-0, I think Italy had their chances basically, and they just couldn't finish it off. Having said that, it was a bit of a shame. I mean, I was personally hoping for Germany to get into the final and to see how Germany could stack up against Spain again. I mean, Germany lost in the World Cup against Spain and lost in the last Euros against Spain, so it would have been nice to see that again. But Italy deserved it, man. They were great in the semi-final. They took their opportunities and they scored. I do think all of the four teams in the semi-finals, all of them had really good chances to win the tournament. And Spain winning in the end was basically just more clinical finishing, really. I mean, Italy did have their chances. Di Natale had a couple of chances, and even Balotelli had a couple of chances. Although I will say in the first half, I was a bit surprised that Balotelli played in the wings a bit more than in center, where Cassano played in center a lot, which is kind of weird because in the Germany game, Cassano did a lot of damage from the wings, whereas Balotelli was in the middle, so that was a bit surprising. Which is why I thought the first half was a bit. Italy weren't that good attacking wise in the first half. But yeah, after the Thiago Motta went off with his injury, it was really game over already. So I guess it was a bit of an anticlimactic ending to the finals, but it was a good game overall. And I think, like I said, the semi-finals and the finals were probably the best teams in the tournament anyway. I think Croatia deserve a shout out too, because they managed to draw against Spain and Italy. I mean, that speaks volumes already. And who else impressed me? England. Well, hopefully they can do better next time. I personally would say that most of the fault with the English team lies in the tactics. Way too defensive. So much so that in the attacking sense they had no one up, and no one in midfield could join the attack to help the attack, which is a bit of a shame. But overall, I think the Euros were fun. I'm not sure about going to. I think in the future people are talking about, or the UEFA presidents are talking about extending the competition to 24 teams, which seems kind of pointless given that even in this tournament with 16 teams, you only really had a handful of really good teams. So if you spread that out, you further dilute the competition, and makes it a bit of a bore to watch sometimes. So here's hoping that the World Cup in 2 years' time will be awesome. I'm looking forward to that in Brazil, and that back home in their own turf. Brazil should be strong. Argentina, all of the South American teams as well. So here's hoping that the World Cup will be interesting, and we also have the Premier League coming back in August, and I'll be talking about that too when that comes up. So thanks for watching this analysis. Hope you enjoyed this quick stuff here and there, and see you next time, really.